Alright guys, how about now? You hear sound? We're good? There you go. I did a fucking upgrade. No, sorry bro, it's still working. I got sound. Where are we? Okay. Yeah, I had to update this stupid fucking version. I should just go get the OBS software and drop XSplit already. Alright. That's good. You hear mouse clicks. Woo, we're good. Alright. Again, like I was saying, you know, the tonight's show is not going to be pop-offs and blow-ups, and I guess in a way it is. I'm putting the whole FGC on blast, basically. We're now up to 3 people in our community that have passed away. Obviously, Richard Warren being the first one, and then we had Nelson, and now we have Tekken player from NorCal. I love your mom, but I didn't know him personally, but either way, he's still a part of the scene. It actually hits me not knowing him as much as, you know, Nelson or Richard, knowing that he had wife and kids as well. You know, I mean, obviously Nelson's death hit me pretty hard, but, you know, to, you know, be a player who's also a father and to lose his life, it was sickle cell, is from what yes, Xbox One for life. Patrick Collins from NorCal, who was a Tekken player, had sickle cell, and he lost his battle to it about a week ago. So I'm going to put a link in there, and yes, believe it or not, it's actually through SRK, which I don't care. At the end, you got to donate something, you know, whatever you got. You know, I mean, he's just as much of a part of this community as anybody else was. That's the link right there. Follow it. It's through Markman. Markman knew him well. You know, I tried to reach out and see if I can get some of the guys from the NorCal Tekken community to come on, but, you know, they really weren't feeling it, so I just let it go. You know, guys, it's kind of fucked up, because if you think about it, I'm the oldest motherfucker in this community, and I'm outliving people. You guys got to start taking your health more serious. Even myself, and this is going to come to a shock to everybody, I won't say I 100% quit smoking, but 85% there. I mean, since Saturday, I've smoked about 15 cigarettes. I'm now doing one of these vapors with a low level of nicotine, and I'll tell you this, I haven't even had an urge to smoke a cigarette. As far as you know, the company, the Steam company, which is these guys here, these guys are the ones that hooked me up with the vapor gun, or whatever you want to call it. And I gotta say, between them and Yipes convincing me to give it a shot, I have to say, you know, I haven't had an urge for a cigarette. So, I mean, every once in a while I will, but for the most part, I'm pretty much cigarette free. Yeah, the sleep thing is a whole nother story. I went out drinking yesterday. That was a bad move. I didn't get home till 6 o'clock in the morning, then had to go to work by 7:30, and I think I drunk text. So if anybody got drunk text or naked pictures of me, that was probably me. But you know, the point is, as far as, you know, the donation drive, he may not be a part of your specific game genre. You may not be a Tekken person, but, you know, to me, the fact that he's a father. We really rallied together for Nelson, and I think we can really rally together for Patrick as well. But you know, definitely give whatever you can, $1, $2. You know, it's sad because, you know, I mean, I meet a lot of people throughout the scene, and I don't get to meet everybody, but, you know, from what everybody's telling me about Patrick, they said he was a pretty stand-up guy. You got my text? Shit. Yeah, I knew somebody did. As long as somebody else can tell me where the naked pictures that I was sending went, that was bad. But, you know, like I said, you know, do what you can. I put the link in there. I'll put it in again. Donate whatever you can, guys. You know, this is, you know, Nelson, you know, we raised almost 15 grand between this community for Nelson's grandmother to help bury Nelson. This situation's a lot different because he's leaving a wife and kids behind. And that's, you know, and that's something that it's not easy, you know. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know anybody in the NorCal Tekken scene, but for me, at the end of the day, it don't matter. Just do what you can to help. You know, you can go, I put the link up there, or yes, you can go to SRK, and they have a link up there as well that you can follow, or just hit up Markman on Twitter and do what you can. You're shooting amateur porn by the fireplace. That's exactly what I'm doing. You know, and I'm waiting for the porn stars to come out, but that's not happening today. Beyond that, guys, Defend the North this past week was pretty off the hook. I mean, they had one minor glitch with the sound. You know, they had one minor glitch with the sound with the power. And once that got alleviated, the tournament ran pretty damn smooth. It was a lot of hype was involved with it. Obviously, Vega winning a Street Fighter 4 for a change. It's not just Guile or Sagat or Rufus. So it's good to see a different player coming in and winning. Injustice, you know, again, Injustice came out in numbers again for, you know, a game that's supposed to be dead, and it's really good to see that scene is still intact. You know, Tekken, obviously, it's the same as always. It's GM versus the game. GM takes it. The game's got to learn that damn fucking shit so he can actually take GM down a couple of times here, because I'm starting to get sick of seeing him win. Obviously, Marvel is Marvel. But, you know, like I said, guys, it's a tournament. It's a new tournament. You know, it had a hiccup, but overall, I had a great time there. Big E was there. I'm starting to think Big E is like the TO's godfather. He's always there. He's always out. You got Winter Brawl coming up, obviously, guys, so make sure your asses get there. Tank, yeah, Defend the North was really good. It was well put together. Everything from the area was, you know, I mean, it was basically in like Chinatown in Queens on Long Island. And so there was food, there was whatever you needed was there within walking distance. You know, yeah, Marvel is Marvel, so it's pretty much just the way it goes. Yes, there was a little controversy with CJ's Showstopper and Flux, with a controller getting disconnected and paused during the game. I'm not going to hit on that. I mean, I know some people were kind of ripping into CJ Showstopper, but to be honest, you know, from hearing both sides of everything, it was just a mishap that unfortunately shouldn't have happened, but it did. You know, and these two guys are both stand-up guys, so, you know, I don't think there's any hard feelings between them, and I hope it stays that way, but it got pretty heated up. Yes, I'll be at Winter Brawl as usual. Yeah, Button got stuck. Pause happened. You know, yes, next week, guys, Apex, don't forget about it. In fact, while I'm at it, let me just throw this up there.
Nice fighting attack with the vengeance.
Godlike. I ain't even amazing.
So guys, like I said, you know, Apex this weekend, you know, I mean, I know this month has kind of been packed. You got Defend the North, you have Apex, and as well as Apex, let me throw this up there, you have Kumite. And you got Kumite coming up in, I believe it will come out to what, 2 weeks from now. So you got Apex this week, Kumite the following week over in Tennessee. You know, a lot of events going on. Obviously, Apex is the Smash's Evo. So, you know, I am starting to think about putting the Smash team together just to invade some of this Apex stuff. So, you know, it definitely is shaping up already to be a pretty big year for, I mean, tournaments at least. Now the turnouts obviously are important as well in order for these guys to keep doing their tournaments. So, you know, there really shouldn't be excuses as far as, you know, people trying to get to events beyond obvious reasons, but there's almost a tournament every month now, and there's at least one close to you. Some people are saying it's saturated, but I wouldn't say saturated, but I would say that it's the people that are doing these tournaments have to make sure they keep the tournament exciting, that it's not something that we go to once and then we just say, you know what, I did that, I don't want to do it again. So they got to bring a little oomph to the table to keep people coming back. And like I said, from what I saw at Defend the North, it ran very smooth. I think that tournament will only grow. Reality is this: who did we defend the North from? I guess CJ Showstopper. But hopefully some people come next year will want to invade that tournament. And I think, there's the potential for things to happen with that. So hopefully it's something that, TOs, start talking to one another about, and they try to push it on their end as well as us pushing it as players. And, defending the North will actually have some significant meaning with our King Sanford defending the castle by himself. Hopefully from some invading players, some other parts of the country or other parts of the world. So again, next year you get an opportunity. Make sure you go out there and try to get to defend the North. Now again, also this week coming up, you got Apex, the creme de la creme of Smash. Players from all over the world. I believe he said, if I remember correctly, I don't know if it was 19 or 13 countries, different players for Smash. That's kind of that's pretty hype when you consider, Apex is a major, but it's a major that is not Evo by reputation, even though Smash is their Evo game. To have 19 countries repping, to have 19 countries repping Smash at this guy's event, Jonathan's event, is really kick-ass. So if you get a chance, be sure to get out to it. I don't know. I'm going to have him on in a little bit, but I don't know if the registration's closed and you can only do online now. I mean, on site now. But, if you're in the Jersey, New York, tri-state area, do yourself a favor and go. I had gone last year, and, it was a great event for somebody that, was not a Smash player. The players of the game made me a Smash fan. So definitely go there and check that out. And again, same thing with Wtih. The following week after that, go out there, get there, support your game, support the scene. Now, again, while all this scene support is going on, the health thing, I don't follow everything that I preach, but, even going to this thing now kind of is giving me a new outlook a little bit on some things. I'm still a scumbag, but I'm just a healthier scumbag. You got to, and this goes for anybody out there. You can look in the mirror and you could know, hey, I should lose a few pounds, or, maybe I shouldn't smoke 3 cigarettes instead of, smoking 3 cigarettes instead of 20. Again, don't get me wrong. I haven't gone cold turkey with the cigarettes. Yes, I still have cigarettes, but I've gone from usual smoking. I want to see how I do for the show, because usually for the show I go between 2.5 to 3 packs just for the show. So hopefully it winds up. This thing sticks with me. FGC Obamacare. Unfortunately, guys, there's some guys in this scene that, they go and they work out and, they try to do their thing. And then, let's be real, there's some of us out there, like myself included, that, my only workout of lifting weights is lifting the beer from the bar table to my mouth, and, it's to the point now where we got to monitor ourselves as far as the health goes. Like I said, these are young guys that are dying in our scene, and one of those reasons is the lack of sleep. You know, the lack of good habits in general. Wait, so this is only like. And Bowman, it's good to see people. You know, if you know somebody out there, do your part and try to help them. I know everybody wants to think that this is, it's the On Blast show. Here I am telling everybody go fuck their mother and eat shit, but I do say those things, but it's terms of endearment. Maybe it's because of the generation I grew up. Your father said he loved you the best by hitting you and telling you what you did was wrong. By telling you it kind of gave you that mentality that you could get away with it. So, when you got hit, you knew it was a repercussion of doing something fucked up. Team no sleep don't last, man. It seems like fun, but it is killing you slowly. Myself included. I've been, honestly, dudes, I can't even tell you how bad I've been. I slept Friday. It was the last time I actually slept. Unfortunately for me, like I said, going out last night to a bar till 6 o'clock in the morning was not the smartest of moves, especially when I forgot I even had work. So I basically had to go and just go straight dead ass to work, fucking stinking like booze. So, yes, you heard it right. That is what, because I did my thing that I had to do, and I was done, and now I don't have to go again until the following Thursday. So I was okay. But yes, I went to the city. I've done it so long, I'm so free, but let me tell you something. I'm not immortal. I get chest pains. I get fucked up. Trust me. I get chest pains. I get dizzy spells. I mean, I'm sure somewhere along the line, something in my body is like, fuck you. I'm gonna eventually shut down on you. But I push it, and then I'll try to steal an hour here and an hour here. You know what? You're right, Psychotronic. I do try to live life to the fullest. But your body still needs sleep. And this, with me, I go, look, I'm me. But, to a lot of the players, like with Nelson, for example, a lot of guys didn't know, including myself, that, he had epilepsy. And lack of sleep is something that triggers seizures. So it's like, he knew what he was doing. He knew he was pushing the envelope, and you kind of live on that. I hope nothing's gonna fuck me up, But even without epilepsy, guys, all you players out there that want to do sessions for 20 hours straight and level up. I want everybody to get as good at the games as they can, But reality is this: you will play better if you go into practicing with actual sleep. Depriving yourself from sleep is not going to make you a better player because you're playing more. You're better playing fresh than you are playing half alive. So, do yourself a favor. Don't become a League of Legends guy and actually sit there and, try to go 3 weeks without sleeping or shitting or eating. I've read articles of players dying in Korea for stuff like that. Exactly, and it is common, and it's something, Tank, that, why is James talking about games? He sucks at. I don't remember. I didn't talk about any game, but my whole thing is, any ailments that you can possibly have cannot get better on lack of sleep. So people have to remember that you literally are on borrowed time. As morbid as it sounds, from the minute you get your umbilical cord cut, you're 1 foot in the grave. So living your life to the fullest does not mean living your life where you're up 24 hours a day. You know, and that's something that you guys have to really consider. You know, Patrick, you know, when Patrick passed away with the sickle cell, that's, you know, that's something that it's an obvious ailment, a form of anemia, but that's something that can't be prevented. But at the same time, I don't want to die. You know, I, believe it or not, I do want to live. I do want to eventually maybe make a baby. Maybe. You know, I mean, I don't have to stay with the kid, but, you know, at least I'll make one. But the point is, it's like, guys, take care of yourselves. You know, if you can't go to a gym, or, you know, if you're overweight and you're going, man, you know, I don't want to go in the gym with a bunch of steroid users, you know, it's as easy as going home and just sitting in your room doing some sit-ups and push-ups. Do 10 tonight, and, you know, do 10 every night for a couple of weeks, and next thing you know, you might be up to 20, 30, you know, and it'll build up confidence for you. Did I have a heart attack? No, I didn't have a heart attack. 61118. Yeah, tiny JamessMK is running around in a little Baraka costume, just one of them. But, you know, it's serious stuff that, you know, it's only getting, and you can see from looking at the scene, it's progressively getting worse. We're spending less time sleeping, more time playing. When you really break it down, what are you playing for? Because I know everybody wants to throw the esports crap out there. And like I've been saying from day one, nobody gives a crap about esports. Nobody gives a crap about who's going to, you know, make all the big money. And what good is all that either way if you're not here to enjoy it? You know, so do yourselves a favor. Try to, you know, take steps to making yourself a little bit more healthier. I don't want to outlive any more of you guys. Let's be real here. I'm the oldest guy. I'm supposed to be the next one to go. You know, so, I mean, when I go, then you guys can all jerk around and fuck around and all that. You know, yeah, but you know what? You're right, 61118. They probably still have those habits. But, you know, us as a community, we kind of have to get a little bit more proactive as far as recognizing our own shortcomings. And, you know, and why does Rico is actually, but Rico actually works out, and he does, you know, he actually takes care of himself to a degree. You know, but the point is, it's like not everybody does. You know, CD Jr., you know, goes to the gym and eats his fucking horse sperm shakes all the time. But, you know, Big E's healthy. You could tell. I mean, you could tell who's healthy just walking around at the scenes, guy. Go to an event and you'll tell who's healthy, who's not healthy. You know, but if you look in the mirror and you're like, I could use to lose 30 pounds, odds are you're a candidate that, you know, you got to really think about it and start taking care of yourself more. But, you know, again, you know, this ain't me singling no one person out, because, look, you know, I'm the oldest in the scene, and I'll be the first to admit, you know, I've let myself slack over the years, and, you know, I really, you know, I'm taking a look now, and I'm saying I want to do things different. I'm still going to be an obnoxious motherfucker. I'm still going to tell, you know, SRK to suck my dick and cut my balls. I'm going to still tell Justin Wong he's a pain in my ass. I'm going to still tell F-Champ I love him, but I'm going to kick his ass. You know, I'm still going to blast away at the people at Reddit and NeoGaf. But I want to be able to actually see me do that. So, you know, even myself, I'm joining a gym. You know, I'm going to try to do the right thing. And I think if you walk away from anything, because everybody's always saying like, hey, you know what, the scene, the scene don't care about you, the scene don't care. I don't care how you place. I'm not going to sit here and give you some speech about how I used to play in the arcades and, my methods of getting good or law or anything. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit if you never, ever, ever, ever place in a tournament. To be honest, even if you don't go to a tournament, I'm not going to rip into you. It's I don't have the HIV, so I'm good. But it's, to me, this scene's more about just, you can't enjoy it if you're not here to enjoy it. And again, to me, is winning $1 million enjoyable? Of course. What moron would say no? But told me about this sweet glory hole nearby. Really? Where at, Jeb Bailey? I'm looking for one of them. Again, just think about it, guys, because, life is short. Nelson was 28. Richard was as well in his 20s, mid-20s. I don't know how old I Love Your Mom was, but I believe it's in his 20s as well. Guys got to just use your brains, man. I mean, the games are nice and dandy. I don't give a fuck who wins events, who loses events. It's all about who's actually there. To actually enjoy these events. So, OBS guys, do yourself a favor and just try to take care of yourselves a little bit better. You don't have to be perfect. Now, I have another issue. I have a request. I am not going to mention names of people. I am going to ask you guys for a favor. I am not one that asks for favors all the time, but, it's what it is, what it looked like. What it is I have a player who's on the internet, and he's going through some rough times. Financially rough. I mean, we all are kind of getting hit up a little bit, tough times, money's tight. But this guy's going through it a little extra. He lost everything he had, and he's trying to get by. I mean, I've tried to help out, when I could, but I am going to ask you guys right now, and I don't ask for this because I don't need, but there's my PayPal account. I'm not asking you guys to give $1 million. Whatever you give will go to him, and it's not going to me. It's not going to buy stream equipment. It's not going to further better OBS. It's to help a gentleman that's in our scene who's going through some real rough times, and I'm just trying to get him to stay focused on what's important and hopefully pick up a little bit from him. I don't want to put the name of the player out there, only because he really wouldn't even want me to do this, but I don't have the resources right now. No, it's not Chris G. I don't have the resources right now that I wish I had, only because this new apartment that I'm living in, I have to move out already. So I got to start looking for a new apartment myself. He's basically trying to get his hands on another PC. I'll tell you this, he lives in the Skokie outbacks of nowhere. No PC. PC got fried. And, he's just trying to reacquire a PC. He's asking for some money. That's basically yes. Yes, and yes, they're kicking me out. I got to move out of here I could fight it, but yeah, I like the place too. But unfortunately, I got asshole neighbors, and They didn't like the fact that the guy was renting an apartment. But, you know, I definitely, I'm not happy about having to move out, but it is what it is. So that's my reasoning why. Hey, I mean, I'm not asking 61118. I mean, we all got to jerk off, man. No, I can't take the fireplace. We all got to jerk off. So, you know, you're depriving him from roping one out, material to rope one out to. You know, I mean, Sally Struthers would be ashamed. But, you know, again, I don't want to give the guy's name. You know, yes, I know, Malt. I know. I don't even know where I'm moving yet. So I got to find the place first. But, you know, to me, honestly, guys, you know, I don't think I've ever asked for anything, and I'm not really keen on donations. No, it's not you, Albino. I know you live in the Skokies too, but whatever you can do to help, you know, we'll call it donation for jerk-offs, you know, whatever you want to call it, but if you could throw something his way, it'd be appreciated. You know, there is issues as well. I'm not trying to, you know, again, he does have issues that prevent him from working. So it's not like he's just some lazy dude that's just looking to get a free ride. Needless to say. No, he didn't blow his money on to Bridget the Midget. Oh God, really? Fucking douchebag. Fucking dick. I know who you are. I'm alive still. Just keep that in mind. You know, but no, it's like I said, whatever you guys can, if you can. If you can't, oh well. You know, I just figured I'd put it out there. He is a fan of the show. I mean, maybe down the road he might want to come out and say, hey, it was me. That's up to him. But I just figured I'd keep his privacy on it. As far as Chris Street coming to Cali, it's a possibility, man. It's definitely a possibility. James, you should move out here. Yeah, I know. 2,000 square foot house for $800 a month. Yeah, of course, it's like 400 miles to the nearest fucking town. But again, like I said, guys, do what you can. You know my email and all that good stuff. So, you know, it's definitely. It's not for a jerk-off cause. It ain't bullshit as far as I ain't promising you that I'm going to get some super-duper stream equipment or something like that. It's just basically helping out this one kid. Also, again, guys, here is the link to Patrick Collins. Donate there if you can as well. Help out. Because you're not just helping out a family member. You're helping out, you know, his two children. And that's definitely something different. Compared to, you know, Nelson and to Richard Warren. So really do what you can. He's going to Cali. Ain't shit in New York for him. He is half and half. We'll say that. He ain't guaranteed nothing. You know, but it's definitely in the cards. I think Chris is going to be leaving. I actually reached out to him. I want to see if he wants to come on in a little bit. But I need to take a break for a second and go get something to drink. So, therefore, I am going to give you this one more time because that's how I am.
Fighting back with a vengeance.
I can't sit down. I can't. It made it so real. That was godlike. That was godlike. I ain't even amazing.
So, guys, be sure to check out Apex this weekend in Somerville, New Jersey. What's up, Mr. I'm So Free? You there?
Can you hear me?
I hear you perfect.
All right, cool. All right. What's up, James? What's up, OBS?
So,
long time listener.
So what?
First time caller.
Oh, I gotta get one of those Waka Waka buttons.
Not yet.
So you were at Defend the North.
Yes, I was. It was actually my first event.
And what did you think?
I didn't have anything to gauge it off of, but I thought it was pretty cool. It was actually a resolution of mine to go and, at least go to one tournament this year, and, it was a perfect chance since it was right in my backyard.
Now, what was your expectations originally? Walking into, like, what did you expect coming into the tournament scene? Did you expect it to be welcoming or to shun you away?
Well, I mean, I'm a little bit of a shy guy, so I didn't know what to expect really, but what I planned on doing was just playing like the game that I brought, but I kind of fucked up there.
And what game was that?
Oh, hold on, let me go and pause the stream because the delay is confusing me. That was Tatsunoko versus Capcom. It was for the Wii, and I brought the wrong AV cable, so I fucked that up.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. But as far as what you were asking, I was expecting that people would be, kind of friendly, and for the most part, they were. I went and interacted with people, played new games. I don't really play the games that everybody else plays, so I got my ass beat, but it was a fun learning experience, and everybody was cool about it.
Now, as far as what you saw, as far as matches, anything stand out? Anything that you actually can say, you know what, I wasn't feeling this, or anything that stood out that you were like, oh shit, you know what, this is making me want to come back?
Well, I will say that the venue seemed a bit crowded. Like the stations were like pretty close to the wall, so like if you want to see the matches that were like on the wall side of things, then it was kind of hard and cramped. So like that wasn't particularly great, but it wasn't anything that would deter me from going again. What was really good was seeing the players do their thing live, and seeing the hype matches. Like I really liked the 5v5s, and I particularly liked watching the CVS2 tournament. I'm not sure if that was streamed, but that was pretty nice because that was a little bit of nostalgia for me.
Which reminds me, I got to download that. I actually, for that era when that came out was like the time that I stopped playing games, so I never played it.
Okay, like that was probably like the last game I played before like I played TVC. So there was like maybe like a 5-year stretch where I haven't played games myself. So, that's why coming to an event like this was like, a good, a good thing for me.
Now, as far as, like, I mean, the guy that was selling these, the steamed vaporizers, guys that are modding controllers, was there anything like, as far as that caught your eye, or that you were like, yeah, you know what, that just doesn't do it for me?
Well, for me, like, I don't really have, a stick or whatever. I'm a pad person, really. So, I mean, they had, like, what is it? Stick accessories and, buttons, and they had the Steam Code stuff. And, I'm not a smoker. So, none of that stuff really pertained to me. But I could, see other people enjoying that or having a need for that.
I mean, it's for me, like I said, For me, I want people to come to these events not because they think they're going to become, the number one gamer, because, there is no number one.
Yeah.
When you really sum it all up, there's no number one. There's hundreds of number one contenders, but no number one. And with that, I just want people to walk away from the event not just walking into it thinking, hey, I'm here to compete, I'm going to win my number one spot. That actually going to these events with the inclination that you're going to actually walk away from this event saying, you know what, I didn't know, like you said, you're a pad player. Well, get your pad modded for both systems. You're hanging out with people. I mean, if you're not a smoker, if you're not a drinker, you don't have to partake in the drinking, drunken, smoking debauchery that goes on. But, at least I want there to be something there for you to walk away with saying, you know what, this is why I like this event. This is why I come to this event. I get to hang out with, CV players, or, if you're an Injustice guy, you get to meet you get to meet my son, CD Jr., and the Justin Wongs, and people that are top player stature.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're walking away from the event saying, I had fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice, you don't have to be number one, but I mean, if you want me to be real, I really did want to go and, bust out my TVC and be the best person in there, because I know nobody plays that game. And but what I really wanted to do with that game was to show the Marvel players how that is, because I personally feel that it's a game that's, more balanced, with the Marvel Infinites and whatever. In TVC, people have broken stuff, but there's ways to get around it, ways to counter it. So, that's a regret that I have as far as that event, but that's on me. And another thing that I kind of regret was that even though I interacted with some people, I could have done more. I could have came out of my shell a bit more, because I mean, everybody else is just like me, and there's probably some other people there that were there for their first time event. I personally came by myself, so there's probably other people who didn't know what to do. So it would have been nice if I went and made myself more available to people. But the people I did meet, they were nice and accommodating, and they made the event fun for me.
And I mean, ironically, and people are gonna go bullshit, I'm fucking shy.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, if and then if you, if you come up to me, I'm not going to be like, oh, don't you know who I am? Stay away from me. No. Yeah. But, if I don't all go around, and it's ain't a total jab, but it's a jab at some of the top players. I don't walk around with a shirt that says, hi, I'm JamessMK. It's like, I'm there to enjoy myself just like you're there to enjoy yourself. Yeah. And, I'm not, maybe I skipped a couple of months of my development as a social butterfly. But I'm kind of the same way. I'm I'm in my shell. Now, if you come up to me, I'm more than willing to talk. Yeah. But I'm not just going up to crowds and being like, hey, I'm JamessMK, let's hang out. It's just not my style.
Yeah, and actually, one of the real reasons why I want to attend this tournament was because, I mean, of course we know, recently Nelson passed away, right? So what I really want to get out of this thing was to, go and meet people before, they're not around anymore. It doesn't have to be death, but, Chris G, he's going to be moving to Cali soon, so it would have been nice to go and, well, actually, I was glad that I was able to go and see these people before, for whatever reason, they're not around for me to meet them anymore. And, I especially was glad that I was able to meet you, because, you're a person that I respect, and, it was nice to go and finally meet the man that, everybody hates but has no reason to.
Well, some of them have reason.
Yeah, I mean,
some of them have reason. I mean, it may not be a valid reason, but it's their reason.
Yeah.
Trust me. Let me tell you something. I've been biting my tongue, and people know why I've been biting my tongue on particular people that say things from the West Coast on the down low, and then when it's time to confront it, they're mum. They don't say nothing. And I want to just rip the scab off of this wound and let it out. Yes, Triforce was there in Justice. But again, you know, my attitude is what I think. I'm going to do what I think is best for the community. You know, and me just calling some guy out and saying you're a pussy and I should smack the piss and shit out of you, it's not going to do nothing, especially from 3,000 miles away over a keyboard or a wire. We will meet and we will discuss our issues in private, and I will see where it goes from there. But you know, it's something that I just feel like I see everybody trying to accomplish something for this scene, but you got to ask yourself, who's trying to accomplish stuff for the scene for their own personal gain, and who's trying to accomplish stuff for the scene to just have people enjoy themselves, and who's in this scene to try and make it a business. You know, my attitude is, you could say whatever you want. You could call yourself a pro till you're blue in the face. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, Chris G, Justin, and PR Rog, and, you know, CD Jr. ain't no more pro than you. Just play the games and enjoy the games. If you make a couple of bucks, great. You know, but this mentality where, even with sponsors, you know, I had spoken to a pretty prominent player from the Ohio area, and, you know, he's been sponsored for a while, but he's not getting to events. And, you know, it makes you ask, well, how good is the sponsor? You know, how good is the sponsor? If I'm going to tell you, you know, that's why, like, when I started telling people, hey, you know, anybody who wants to be OBS, hit me up. Just sport the tag. Don't be an asshole. Boom, you're OBS. But I'm not sending you to events. You know, I put that out there. I don't give no lie and say, you know, well, maybe. I mean, the League of Legends team that I'm putting together, you know, I might wind up trying to do something with that. And I mean, I have one event that it's already slated. I'm just waiting for confirmation on it. But you know, it's something that oh shit, the game is here. The game is here. The best number 2 I've ever met. Always number 2, never number 1. What the fuck? More? You want to go to Apex? I might be able to pull something off. You only hop and skip from my house. I got to see. I think I got Rio, and I don't know. I think I got Rio and Brady. But we'll see. I got to see what car I get. But, you know, my whole thing is, like I said, you know, play for the love of the game. It sounds cliche-ish, but, you know, you learn to keep appreciation for the game if you take that attitude. But if you turn around and you try to have that, you know, I'm going to be a pro, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, when you don't achieve it, you feel let down from the scene. When it's not the scene's fault that you have expectations that aren't what the scene's actually looking to have as an expectation. You know, the scene is only as good as the players that are in it. You know, the marketability of it is only as marketable to the people who actually want to invest in it. And as I always say, you don't see people knocking down doors to throw millions of dollars in our scene. And you're not going to. Because it's not only because we like to use the N-word and during our streams. It ain't just that. It ain't because we don't bathe. It ain't because, you know, we don't have enough people coming to the tournament. It's just not attractive to businesses. It's not. There's no way for them to pull out a profit that's viable. You know, so what you get is these hits and miss people, you know, that'll come into the scene and they'll say, you know what, I'm going to dump a couple of bucks in this, and if it doesn't give me a turnaround on that money fairly quick, I'm going to just stop investing in it. You know, and that's what you're going to start to see a lot more now, is you're going to see people come into the scene with the intent and with the smoke and mirrors of, we're going to make this a bigger thing. But then when they start to see that they're not getting out of this, they're going to basically say, you know what, let's cut our losses. That's it. You know, now I depending on how much of a cash flow and capital they put in, that's going to basically dictate how long they stick around for. You know, but and injustice, the whole political correct thing, you know, as far as this scene goes, you know, when you see nigga on the stream, it's attractive because there's a group, the group of people that watch streams are typically going to be young adults between the ages of 18 to say 32. And if that's part of their vocabulary, then they vibe with it. If it's not, if it's some preppy ass white kid, you know, that's living up in, you know, Norwalk, Connecticut or Greenwich, Connecticut, and he starts to hear that, it gives him a taste of the other side, and it gives it that grimy look and feel of almost like pit fighting, which is attractive to a lot of people in various groups. But it's not enough to turn a profit to an investor. You know, advertisement alone, you know, off of streams is not enough to actually garner somebody to where I say, hey, I wanna, you know, invest in something like this. You know, and yes, injustice, it's a street thing. And the street thing is attractive to people that didn't grow up on the street also. You know, and reality is this. Does the word have to be dropped from the streams? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do the streams have to be politically correct / cleaned up? Yes. But does that mean every player in the scene does that? No. You know, that just means that the players that are in this scene have to be conscious of what they're doing. I'm not telling everybody come down to the event in a suit and tie, but, you know, I enjoy seeing people come around with shirts that say, you know, hey, I fucked your mother. I'd be like, yo, that's pretty hype. And it's a mind fuck. But it's the development of this scene, there is no science to it. You know, even from what I'm saying now, it's not something that there is no concrete formula or plan. Everybody's guessing. Everybody's guessing what's the next big thing. You know, you get hits and misses. You know, Alex down in CEO with the ring, that was innovative. You know, things that went on at VXG that didn't happen, you know, that's a downer, you know. So, I mean, everybody's trying different things, and certain people need to monitor that and say, look, you know, what trends, what doesn't trend with people, what puts people in those seats to watch, you know, and can I turn around and stream a tournament and have, you know, 4 things going on at the same time and it be viable for people to watch and generate revenue through commercials. And that's the part that's kind of killing it, is people get frustrated watching commercials, but the commercials are what make these streams get paid. So it's really a double-edged sword, because you really don't want to run a million commercials, but you want to make money. And views are only making you money if they're watching commercials. Let me. Why does motherfuckers always? Where are you?
Yo, James.
Yo.
Since this is the On Blast show,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm about to go and put my friend here on blast. I'm not sure if she's still in here, but there's a Madam Starr who she's actually a person who streams League.
Yes. Where is she? She's in the chat.
Maybe not, but I just wanted to go and share my experience. Well, basically, like, okay, she has appeared on a stream, like, there's a popular streamer, Bum, I think, 163 or whatever. You know, I see her, she's streaking that right now. But anyway, I first saw her because she appears on she appeared on the time when he streamed Mash Fest, and, you know, she just plugged her stream, she plays League, so then I checked her out, and, you know, her stream is funny, and I've been visiting her stream like ever since she first appeared on there. And you know, when Defend the North was coming up, I was like, yo, you should go. And everybody else who knows her, they was telling her to go, and she was like, I don't wanna. But anyway, she showed up, and that was my first time meeting her. And I actually had to thank her for making my tournament experience as good as it was, because she actually, hey, she actually is friends with Fernando, the game, and she was introduced to Triforce from him, and you know, like they chatted, they hit it off or whatever, and they invited her to dinner, right? But then, like, since she knew me, like, she invited me to go with her, and like, you know, I had no plans to go there, and like, I had no plans on, you know, going out to eat with anybody that time. So it was really nice that I got to go and actually meet and chat with the players after the event, and it was all because of my little friend here. And I'm sorry that I embarrassed her to death, but you know, it is what it is. So I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, she's mad cool. She got to get on here, actually. Don't be a stream monster. You got balls. Come on the show. I told her already. I said, me and you together, we could take on the world and curse everybody out. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, and it's good to see people from other scenes coming into this scene. You know, she told me she's been watching this show for a while, and now I'm going to be watching her show, and I try to make appearances. I just don't want to get a ban from Twitch. But you know, it's good to see people from other game genres actually coming to events, to other games events that maybe they don't even play. You know, they might not like fighting games, but there's people showing support for that is showing that there is branching out that's going on. It's not to the level that we would really want, but that also is going to help grow this scene. You know, one of the things that I had noticed about like MLG, when MLG had the Mortal Kombat going on, you know, when you watched StarCraft, everybody was a robot in a seat. Now, they were hype, and they were, you know, they were a couple of hundred deep. But, you know, it's funny because it's almost WWE-like. You know, people got their signs for, you know, their players, and then they saw us, you know, kind of in the corner, and it was enough for them to go, hey, you know, what the hell what are they doing over there? And then they came over and they seen our version of hype, and they were kind of like, whoa, this is like really heavy duty. I mean, there was people betting on the matches. You know, you didn't see that, you know, on a grand scheme with the StarCraft guys. Then again, I don't know if they do. But it's good to see various groups actually starting to, you know, recognize that the overall picture is, yes, and I say this all the time, fighting games. Everybody's got to support your fighting game. Support any game. Because we're not all just fighting game players. We've all played our Final Fantasies. We've all played Call of Duty. You know, we've all played our Halos. So it's like, support all the games that you can, but just remember, you're part of a community.
Well, you got to be real though. I mean, we're all around the same age. We all like the same types of things, and like at the end of the day, we could all ultimately do the same type of things and actually have a larger events that aren't super fractured. Like Apex being a Smash event and an FGC event is great. The next question is, can all these events really start rolling in a whole bunch of other things, or a league, for example? Can we see the league and FGC and the FGC events or StarCraft happening in the same venues? That's my question. It's
the problem is the games in general. Hold on, let me. Where is it? Hold on. The problem with that is, here we go. The problem with that is certain games take longer, and to have it ran at that level at the same time you're doing fighting games, it's going to be, it's kind of fucked up, because you're not going to be able to time everything right, and depending on turnouts, because you know, you'll get a game like League of Legends, you know, you're going to really run into like 4 and 5 day events.
Yeah, in the current venues we have now. I mean, it's like what we have once we get our hotel lobbies. Hopefully, I mean, hotel ballrooms. Maybe we can see this happening, like convention centers being a thing. You know what I mean? Where because like at this point in time, we're just like we're pretty much the same as a real estate convention, in terms of trying to compete for spaces, and it's like we're trying to do shit that's just not there. You know, I'm saying, like at DTN we had there were power outages. That's because hotel lobbies are not set up for the shit hotel ballrooms are not set up for what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like the venues themselves aren't able to carry the scene anymore. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like we have to find a way to expand, or else we're gonna start seeing real issues of space and power outages and not enough setups and not enough money to go around and people getting butthurt and all this other stuff. And the scene's just gonna start stagnating that way, which I think, in my opinion, it already kind of is. I just want to say another thing too. People who complain about saturation in the scene. Defend the North is a new tournament, but there was enough care that went down with that event that it didn't feel like it was being run for the first time. Like, I'll be honest.
No, it didn't. It felt like an event. Now, you know, I'm so free. Like you were, I know you were talking about the spacing. I've been in worse.
Yeah, the spacing wasn't that bad. I'm just saying, you know, it was just a little cramped at some parts. Like, for the most part, you know, you had enough room to walk around and, you know, just chill and relax. So, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was just, you know, it could have been better, but this is the first time, so.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. ECT4, that was cramped. Like, I was on Assassin's Creed status, just like gentle pushing everybody out of the way. Cause like, I mean, what happened?
Can you guys hear me? Is there too much echo?
Nope, you sound okay.
All right, hello. Hi, guys. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? So,
I just finished the game of League of Legends, so I'm kind of pissed. Sorry.
like what?
Current Gold 4, which isn't the best, but it's baby steps. We're working on it.
So, how many games do you think you put in to get to that status?
Oh, I can tell you right now. Hold on. I think it's like over like 2,000 or something like that.
Damn.
That's 2,000 hours.
Shit.
Minimum 2,000 hours.
God damn, you can fly a plane after that.
I have just regular wins. I have 1,411, and ranked wins I've got 308, but I have 638 games in total.
Damn, I got like 9. What do I got? Let's go see what I got. Let's go to League of Legends and see what I got. Is freaking. I don't even have. The sad thing is, I'm not even like able to rank yet. I'm still so scrubby. They're like, no, you're not even allowed to play in ranked games. I'm like, come on, man. At least I'll give somebody some wins.
I mean, this game is just scrubby. It's a good game, but like the amount of trolls that are on this game is like over 9,000. This shit is fucking terrible.
Let's see what we got.
How so, might I ask?
Okay, so this game emphasizes teamwork, but you'll have people who intentionally will troll and roll the game, and when you tell them, hey, stop being an asshole, they're like, ooh, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna do what I want anyway. And they don't care about team composition, they don't care who's doing what, because they want to be the star of the team. As you get higher up in the ranks, it's a lot easier, because people are like, I don't want to lose, but at lower ranks, everyone's like, I don't give a shit.
I did. Leroy Jenkins in full effect?
Yes! Oh my god, yes.
Okay, alright.
Alright, let's see what I got. Let's see if I got any. I don't even think I have. I got no ranked. They're like, you're not even allowed to play ranked. I'm a level 8. That's it. Level 8 beginning shit.
Yo, you gotta start somewhere. Start at the bottom.
But I got 232 takedowns and I killed 2,500 minions. So I got shit going on. 8 wins. How do I find my losses?
Normally that's after a game, but if you play ranked, well, you can't play ranked. It'll show you your total games. So I've got more losses than I do wins, which is real sad, but it'd be like that sometimes.
I'm sportsmanlike. I got some sportsmanlike, 2 sportsmanlike and a, what is this one? An honorable opponent. So people enjoy playing me. But I'm almost a level 9 now. Oh, I could change my summoner icon. Good, because I got that stupid Saberwolf looking shit. I got to get rid of that. So needless to say, I mean, I've attempted to play it, but my problem is it's like every game is an hour. You know, I mean, I don't know how y'all pros are, but, you know, us scrubs, we're just like slowly trucking down the lane. We're like going to kill some towers. We're going to tear up some turrets. And then they're like, what do you mean it's 4 o'clock in the morning? I started at 12. This is bullshit. And I'm going, all this time for one game? And that's the problem I have with it. But now at the pro level, how quick the games go?
Well, it depends. They nerfed a lot of things, so it'll take like 20 minutes you can surrender. But games on average normally take about 40 minutes. To me, 40, 50-minute games are a lot. I used to play World of Warcraft and sit in front of my computer for like 4 to 5 hours. So this is like, thank God, fuck that shit. I don't want to do like a 50-year raid or a 50-year game. And like the worst is when you watch a pro game and you go for like, what, an hour, almost 2 hours, and then you lose? Yo, you're ready to smack a child. You're like, what the fuck? How did
Oh, wow. I love you. I love you. I just got done telling somebody I want to step. Wasn't it you I just said I wanted to step on babies' heads?
Yes, at Defend the North.
Yeah, and they were like, man, that's messed up. I'm like, why? You don't want to do that?
Hold up, though.
What?
The OG salt-making game is chess. Where you sit there, you have an hour each on your clock. You just stare at this motherfucker for 3 hours talking about, I wish a nigga would, I wish a nigga would, I wish a nigga, and this motherfucker doesn't do a damn thing. For 2 hours? It's awful. They lose that shit.
It gets to the point, like, I mean, I won't quit. Like, yo, I had this guy, I don't know what the fuck his name was. He actually became my friend after. And we were playing a game. And, we all did our thing, top, middle, bottom. We all covered our lanes, and our little fucking support folk were floating behind us, taking care of us. And then we got our back blown out. Because this guy turns around, he's like, everybody bum rush the middle. And I'm like, no. But I let it go, because I'm the scrub, so I'm like, I'm just going to shut my fucking mouth, because maybe he knows something I don't. And I'm like, listen, I came from Command and Conquer days. And just blasting down the middle leaves your outsides open, and you ain't going to stop it when they come. So we're all blasting down the middle. Next thing you know, like, we actually, at that point, had all of our turrets up, and they had, like, gotten chipped away on the outsides. And then all of a sudden, I look and, like, we're down to one turret. And I'm like, your fucking plan ain't working. I said, but now watch this. And I maxed out my little fucking Master Yi, and I zipped around from the top and worked my way down while they stood in the middle like idiots. And he was like, yeah, that's what I wanted you to do. I'm like, motherfucker, you didn't tell me to do that. I just left yous and came in, and I got in. And once I started, what's the thing after the turrets? When you get into their base, the inhibitor. So I banged out the guy's inhibitor. And then they were like, oh, yeah, now we can go. And they all came over and bum rushed with me. And I'm like, well, why didn't we do this like fucking an hour ago, you morons? And then when we won, because they actually did, I think it's 3 out of 4 were yeses of quitting. And I was like, I'm not quitting. I don't give a shit. You don't quit. So we wound up winning. And then the guy comes into the chat. He's like, see, my technique works. And I'm like, no, dumb motherfucker, it didn't work. And you're like a gold level or some shit. I'm like, that didn't do nothing. You just made us all get fucking wasted. That's the thing I don't like about the game, is there's no like real leadership role. At least this, unless you were an actual team of people and you self-designate somebody to be the leader. So when I play these games, I get these people like, oh, don't you know how to build things? I'm like, yo, motherfucker. Since you're so nosy and looking at my shit, do you not see I only got like 9 games ever played? Do you really think I know everything that does what? I said, I look at it and I go, all right, I want this weapon at the end of the day. Just tell me what the fuck I got to build to get it. And it's very... People are very emo in it, and they take it so serious. I was talking about on my show one week, there was this kid from Korea that, like, put out a video, like, crying how he gave up college, his father hates his guts, all for this game. And then he quit the game, and he's like, I'm going to go back to college, and all the colleges he wanted to go to were like, nah, sucker, too late. Go to Nassau or fucking community college.
For League of Legends?
He was a League of Legends player from Korea.
Okay.
And what wound up happening was he was a pro, but I guess his team broke up because they sucked. And now he gave up his opportunity for college, had a free ride, gave it up to play League of Legends. And that's the problem with this fucking scene. Dumbass motherfuckers are thinking they're going to take their ride on Easy Street, and now the kid's going, I got nothing. You know, he's got nothing, and now he can't even get into a decent college. And he was all depressed, and he's, you know, some guys were saying he's going to kill himself. I'm going, please don't, not over a fucking game, really. But that's the mentality of that scene. And that's what's scary now. The fighting game community has a bit of that too. You know, guys take this shit to heart, and I'm going, can't you just enjoy the shit while it lasts? What was that?
One of you guys were breaking up just now.
Was it me?
I don't know. Who's the other person talking? I think maybe Will was.
Will?
I didn't say anything, actually. I don't know. Huh.
Maybe I'm going crazy. Fuck it. I will say that the problem with the League of Legends community is that you can make another account and be at low level and beat up all the new people, and they get a sour taste in their mouth. It's kind of like, remember in the arcades back in the day, like Chinatown Fair and Broadway City in New York City, like if you wanted to play, you had to be like the ultra level 2 boss nigga who had his quarter in there for like 50 hours, and you could get him off. And it would leave a sour taste in your mouth, and people would do one of two things. They would either get mad and be like, yo, fuck this, or they would be like, I'm going to get good, and I'm going to come back, I'm going to kick you off this machine, and every time you try to come in, I'm going to curve you. The problem with that is on League of Legends, you got these people who get mad, and instead of getting better on their main account, they go on a low-level account and beat up some scrubs, which is, like, totally uncool. It fucks up the game for people who are new. They're like, I don't want to play this shit.
Exactly. I mean, I was reading a story about some dude was like, did his girl dirty with like naked pictures because she sucked, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm just putting your naked pictures out. I'm going, I said, wow, you guys are grimier than grimy. Like, we're a fucked up community, but that's going Super Saiyan 10. Yeah, I mean, that's like going way out there. You're like, yo bitch, you fucked up. Guess what? I'm putting your naked pictures out.
Yo.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
That's
To be fair, though, it got real over Super Turbo Kuma. Just saying.
Yeah, but not that real.
God, have you ever played Super Turbo Kuma?
Yeah.
Yo.
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
You can't do a thing about it. I was on GGPO one. Somebody decided to make it funny, and I thought I was watching lightning loops. It was bad. Get knocked down, block stun, death. Don't want it. Never want it.
But still, it's not, I mean, it might be punch a guy in the face worthy, but it's like, these guys actually, like, setting your girl up like that, dude?
That ain't right, yeah. You're right,
that's just straight up scumbag shit. I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I could be a scumbag, and I'm damn good at it. I mean, I'm one of the best out there, but I can't even go to that level.
Yo, man, I'm gonna say this, though, like, I don't understand how people actually punch people in the face and shit at events. I'm like, how are people about that jail life that hard that they're gonna start throwing out punches in public full of hundreds of other people?
That's
Well, Starr.
Yeah, seriously.
Nobody thinks about the consequences. Right about now, it's just about that instant internet fame. And how else are you going to get famous? I'm going to say some stupid ass shit to you. Matter of fact, on World of Warcraft, when I was playing, this dude got cussed out by a 12-year-old. But it's the internet. Who gives a shit? So this dude drove from the West Coast to the East Coast, taking pictures in every fucking state because he said, I'm going to come to your house and whoop your ass. And we were watching this on the forum and dying laughing. And of course, when he got to this kid's house, the police were there. But like, you dumb motherfucker. How silly are you to not think that somebody who's on the internet, who's talking shit, is actually going to fight you in real life? Come on.
It's true. It's true. But, oh yeah, speaking of which, I just want to silence the DTN wasn't real major people. First of all, there was a chair thrown and there were pop-offs.
Exactly.
Therefore, it is a major.
There was a chair thrown?
Yeah, there was a 5v5. Some dude was like playing a Marvel Money match and just threw that shit across the room and just started pacing.
Who threw the chair?
Yo, you didn't see it?
I missed
you weren't in the room. Yo, it was like this loud ass thud where it was like, and this guy was just going in.
I didn't see a chair thrown. Damn, good. Glad to see that. I like that. I mean, look, I like that kind of hype. as long as that person doesn't go beyond stupid self-destructiveness, like you said, going in there and start punching people in the face. Throw a chair, kick a wall, punch a birdie, kick a baby. I don't care, but just don't punch the guy you're playing against.
Word.
You know,
that's some sucker shit to be like. There's no reason to be that salty. I'm a sore loser too, but I'll go have a drink and not give a shit anymore. But to hit somebody, like, that's classy. And then who's gonna want to work with you? And people can say what they want about anything being esports, but I do think that the fighting games in its own right is an esport, because you just can't be anybody and pick up a controller and be good at it and be like, her there, I'm pressing buttons. But like, to sit up there and then punch someone in the face and be like, yo, I'm trying to get a sponsor. Who wants to work with you at that point? Anybody got time for that?
well, if you had, I know Willow remembered. Actually, Cresta, you might remember this too. Chico bail bonds.
Nope. I'm at a loss.
Will?
The commercial, you mean?
No, Chico's bail bonds. Who they sponsor? Come on, somebody in the fucking chat got it.
I want to guess, but I don't want to guess. I don't want to guess. I don't want to be that guy. Was it Noel?
No.
Who?
The movie.
Chico's bail bonds. Fuck, movie.
Does anybody in the chat know what fucking what they sponsored in a movie? Jesus Christ!
Fuck.
Thank you. Wuzzle got it. Wuzzle got it. The Bad News Bears.
Oh shit. Okay.
It was Chico's bail bonds. That was their sponsor. Everybody else had like Carvel and all these other like nice things. They're like Chico bail bonds.
Yo, Injustices. I know the guy who did that.
Who?
It's not important. A guy I know just threw a chair into a hotel wall. It was just a thing. It's what it is. Yo, sponsors and whatever. If you're gonna pop off, keep it civil. Don't make it criminal. That's all I'm gonna say. Because you can pay off a like money damages, no problem. But you are going to jail if you punch somebody in the face.
Unless you got hookups. And then you get the other guy arrested. You punch him and get him arrested.
How do you manage that?
Somebody in the force is your mom, dad, brother, uncle, husband, wife.
My friend works the 42nd precinct right there. I could
Yo,
go
what up,
punch somebody.
though? Yo, what up, though? So I saw my PBA card. Don't worry about that. What happened?
I said, that's all that matters. As long as you got a PBA card,
Yeah.
you get a free punch and you send them to jail.
Oh, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was like a coupon. You got,
Now you can call World Star.
Oh, yeah. Yo, Corin, sign me up. Yo, just saying.
But, I mean, so what was your impression of Defend the North?
Me?
Yes.
I had a great time. Like, as someone, and like when I go to these events, as someone who doesn't, play a lot of fighting games, as someone who's not involved with the FGC as much like that, I had a great time. From an outsider's perspective, it was a lot of fun. I was hanging out with my friends who call themselves a hyperbolic salt chamber, and we were being fucking venue monsters so bad. You heard that loud people in the crowd? That was us. That was us. And I had such a great time. And I think that a lot of people like to focus on the negative about the FGC instead of focusing on the positive. As someone who's gone to League of Legends tournaments and StarCraft tournaments, it is not as hype as an FGC tournament. And if people can sit up here and say that's not a major, I'm like, my man, like, what? Like you said, there was a chair throw and there were pop-offs. Like, you don't get that anywhere else. Like, the beauty about it is that if you do something like that and you're complete esports in the case of League of Legends, you will get fined and you might not be able to play competitively for a year. There was a gentleman who was trolling on his stream and he raged really hard. And Riot said, nope, it's quiet for that. You cannot play for a whole year competitively. So 2013, he was really in his house like, I will spectate. So, like, that's the glory of it. Like, pop-offs keep things interesting, but as long as you keep it civil and sportsmanlike and not really punch someone in the face, what's there not to love? I had a good time. And then we went to, like, the different people hotel rooms, and we were playing video games. Like, security came to this one room, like, twice. I just met these people. It's like, hey, you want a beer? Like, fuck yeah. I mean, granted, I was, like, the only girl there. I don't know what they were thinking. Or whatever. I had, like, a crew of niggas with me, and if worst came to worst, I just tell people I'm a she-male and hope for the best. So, whatever.
Unfortunately, I tried that too, and I wound up trying to get picked up by like 4 or 5 dudes. So I told them I was. That's our scene. So now let me ask you this. Now you've been to both scenes.
Yes.
What is the after tournament life like at a league event, like the hotel debauchery, compared to like the FGC's debauchery that goes on?
Well, I will say that like an after party, if you go to like Comic-Con or PAX, it's a little bit more organized, because I went to PAX East for the past 2 years, and they had bar crawls inspired by your favorite game or parties. Like, I've been to a Curse party. It was nice, but they let 18-year-olds in there, so the alcohol was meh. I went to a League of Legends bar crawl, which was really nice because you get to meet the developers of the game, the programmers, and they're just all drunk as shit. And it's really funny, some of the things that they'll say, and it's the best time ever. And they also have like Pokemon bar crawls. Like, who does that? But they're really nice and a little bit more organized. Like, yeah, there's hotel room parties, but you have to be like super cool. And I'm not that cool. So I wouldn't know about those.
I mean, like I said, I crashed the party at the Twitch party at Comic-Con this year. It was, it's more business preppy. I mean, it's more, to me, those kind of parties are like a bunch of guys sitting down with, like, sitting in chairs by a fireplace. Oh shit, I'm doing that. Yeah. Sitting in a chair by a fireplace, smoking a cigar, talking about the latest market. You know, that's what I feel like. Though it's stuffy.
That sounds like my jam, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Not me. I want bras getting thrown around, and I'm not talking strippers. I want the regular girls throwing their bras. I mean, I want like Jessica, the secretary for Bill in marketing, naked on the table, screaming like a fucking, like it's Animal House. And I want all these fucking programmers who never do nothing having a fucking blast.
Man, I love them strippers.
Chuck Berry concert. Yo, wait, I heard strippers. What?
Man, I love them strippers. Nah. I've never been to like a video game after party. I mean, because I feel like at the end of the day, we're all just a little bit socially awkward nerds. And I think if you put someone who's super socially awkward in a situation with strippers, they might catch a nosebleed like straight out of anime. Like, I'm already. So like, me personally, I'm straight. I don't want to see naked girls. But at the same time, I don't want to see helicopter flopping weenies. That would be very awkward for me. So I'm okay with the alcohol and video game playing.
See, now, what I was talking to a couple of people at the event about doing is because there's a prestigious person in our scene that would be able to possibly make this happen. I wanted money match for lap dances.
Oh, yeah. That's legit.
You know, and I want basically, you know, you get Noel versus, you know, I don't know, let's say F Champ, and loser buys the lap dance. But you have to buy the lap dance.
Like at a strip club or at the venue? At
a strip club.
Oh, see, how you gonna prove that though?
Because the person that owns the strip club's son actually plays in Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And as I said, shot scores.
Yeah, okay. Yo, here's my question though. Who do we need to talk to get sponsored by a liquor company? Like seriously, I gotta get on that.
Reach out to their marketing groups.
Yo, man.
Do the leg. I mean, that's one of the things. Listen, everybody's sitting around waiting for these TOs to bring sponsors, and they're waiting. Everybody's waiting for somebody else. They're looking for sponsors from the sponsors that exist. But these sponsors that exist, they ain't got no motherfucking money. Half these motherfuckers don't even have a job.
So I'm like, look, man. I mean, I don't know if you saw me date grand finals.